Here in Tehachapi, if there's a tragedy or if somebody's struggling with something, this community rallies around that person, that cause, or that event. Anytime there's an issue, if there's a local restaurant, when Carlos Donuts had a fire in their kitchen and they reopened, the day that they reopened, I think he sold out in record time. There was a line around the block. Movie theater here in town, when they had trouble going to digital from analog, the community rallied around to make sure that continued to move forward. The Relays for Life, any of the big charity events, our Screw Cancer event that we were doing prior to COVID, just seeing everybody come around and rally, opening up their hearts, it really just gives you a sense that people really care.
Last year, there was a woman on a corner and I saw that there was some commotion, so I stopped my car. Someone was trying to help this lady who had a knee problem. She couldn't get in the car. I went to see if I could find a walker for her or a wheelchair. I saw another car stop to help her. So within 20 minutes, there were 3 of us that tried to help her because she couldn't walk well.
I have a dog groomer that I take my animals to, and every year at Christmas she spends a bunch of time getting their house all dolled up with Christmas trees and just goes all out on the Christmas decoration. And this year she had a toy drive just in her neighborhood. She collected over 300 toys for the kids this year.
I haven't seen only one act of kindness. I have seen it a few times where people need help and not one person, but rather the whole community comes together and they make sure that that person's taken care of. And I feel that that has happened all through the pandemic, but in Tehachapi it happens every day.
Recently, my cousin lost his wife. They just had their first son. She had a friend from here, and we have a group called Tehachapi Mountain Mamas. She posted on the group explaining the situation and seeing everyone come together to get my family and their son what he needs, diapers, formula, just anything and everything under the sun. They rallied together and exceeded expectations.
My wife passed of cancer about 7 years ago. While she was battling cancer, we found out that there's not a lot of resources out there to help people. So we started the Tehachapi Cancer Foundation. Jake's Steakhouse here in town knew that we didn't have insurance at the time. Barbara put on a huge fundraiser for us to raise funds to pay for her medical expenses. She had a Thanksgiving dinner and all the proceeds went to help us with our financial burdens. We pay it forward every day now with the Tehachapi Cancer Foundation. We're still going strong.
Genuine kindness, whether it be passing on your Starbucks order and paying for the person behind you, and if someone needs a job or whatever the case may be.
There was a group that popped up called, and I think it was the Tehachapi Humanitarian Group. They pretty much took it upon themselves to, gather people in each area, and then they went out and they asked for donations. So whether it be like food, I think they did clothing also, but I think a lot of it was food. And they tried to serve people that were compromised or had maybe fallen on hard times because they had lost their jobs, they couldn't work, because they couldn't get out. And, they just kind of brought the community together and went and, collected this food and they distributed it. And
The community rallies around, and anyone in this community that needs help, they rally together and show lots of generosity and kindness.
The ones I can think of for me that I've seen happen was people, they're stranded on the side of the road, they have to come into town, or they've made their way into town and they need help finding someplace to get their car fixed or someplace to go to wait and do it. And I think the Tehachapi community accommodates that. I've seen it happen several times, helping people in those situations.